Siberia, that part of the former Soviet Union. Also, there is a theory that the Hmong came from the Middle East, but there's a lack of good evidence, scholarly evidence, to support these theories. But there are records, from China that indicate, or the Hmong are mentioned going back 5,000 years in China. Let's now move to recent Hmong history, and let's look at a timeline of recent Hmong history. Well, something very important happened just about, or maybe 215, 210 years ago. And that's when Hmong started migrating out of southern China to Laos, Vietnam, and Thailand. So that actually occurred relatively recently in history. The Hmong had been in China all that time. There was a lot of persecution of Hmong in China by the Han majority in the 1790s and through much of the 19th century, and the Hmong started moving into Southeast Asia over the border of China at that time. We get into more recent history, 1963 to 1975. That was, of course, the era of the Vietnam War, and the Hmong were assisting the CIA in fighting the secret war in Laos. 1975, that's when the Vietnam War came to an end and the communists took power in Laos, and a lot of the Hmong started fleeing out of Laos as refugees to Thailand. And really that refugee movement continued from late 1975, early 1976 through the early 1990s. However, even though most of the refugee camps with a lot of Hmong living in them in Thailand had closed by the probably 1992, 93, there were quite a few Hmong refugees from Laos still stuck in Thailand, really with no status. And a lot of them moved over to a Buddhist temple where they were given shelter by a Thai Buddhist monk, and that was Wat Tam Krabak. Those people were kind of forgotten about for many years. But after lobbying for several years by Hmong organizations here in the U.S., the State Department agreed to accept the 15,000 of the Hmong refugees from Wat Tam Krabak into the U.S. That was December 2003 that the State Department announced the resettlement that would occur from Wat Tam Krabak. And the first Hmong refugees from the Wat started arriving in the U.S. in June 2004. And